all by myself. How would you? Did we survive Las Vegas so far? Ish. You know, there was a time. There was a time when this event was like, oh, I better hydrate. That is not this time. I've got a lot of work ahead of me this week, so I've had to keep it tight. I did get over 8 hours of sleep last night. Suck it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys do that. I like, not obsessed with it, but I'm into like tracking the sleep thing. I got a 93 score last night, so this is what gets me excited these days. I was sad to say. Well, as I'm sure most of you know, Jared was not here this weekend, and it's unfortunate because he usually loves coming here. But he's he's got a little thing he's got to deal with. So he's doing that. We wish him well, get better soon, and all that kind of stuff. Although I will remind him that I've seen several people that are here with injuries. If you stop them from showing up and leaving me hanging, I digress. All right, well, we don't have much time, so let's get to some questions. I see your hand shot up right here. Just go ahead and say it. Okay, yeah, we got mics coming.
So I know that you did some voice work for Soulja Boy for the new Boys virtual reality video game that's going to be coming out sometime soon. How is that process? Is it different from the voice work that you did with some animated films, or is it kind of similar? And then are you interested in doing more video game work going forward?
Similar, yes. Every project's a little different. You know, with video game stuff, it's more sound bites, whereas when you're doing animated film, it's more you know, it's more scene work. So, which is also very, very different than filming live action. So, if I'm doing, say, a Warner Brothers like a Batman movie, I'll go through each line as a number. So they'll be like, okay, let's go to line 157 and give us 3 or 4 takes of that. And so I'll do it a few different ways. I'll have it off camera, the director's in the booth reads the line that leads into that line, and then I'll give that line. And be like, okay, great, let's do it this way or do it that way, and give them a few different options, and then we move on to the next line. It's not like we're reading the whole scene and then going back and doing it all over again. So very different than like live action. And then with the video game stuff, it is similar, but it's a little bit more short. So I think one of my lines as a Soulja Boy in the video game was it's like a first person thing, and you have like you go to a door and like that door doesn't lock or that door doesn't open, and then my line was to be like, you know, that doesn't open, dumbass. Similar. So, you know, it's like little short sound bites like that. So, very, very different, all unique in their own right. And I do have scheduled to do a few other things in that world, coming up. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back here, Sarah.
Hi, I had asked this question in 2017, but 3 more seasons afterwards, it was 12, 13. Smithsonian is putting together the Supernatural exhibition. What are the 3 items that are going to represent D?
If the Smithsonian was, they will. They will. You know, it's good for them. The Vampire Diary fan show, I would throw a tomato soup on it. No. What are the three? Okay. Well, ooh, that's just to the car count. That's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, the car. Okay, car. Baby. And I think probably a flannel shirt. And then last but not least, see, there could be like the Samuelin. There could be dad leather jacket, even though I only wore it, briefly, unfortunately.
The first blade.
Could be
Here.
either, you know what? Could be pie. Could be pie. I'm gonna go with Dean's Cole, not the old Cole, but Dean's 1911, because it was probably the prop that he used the most. Like that thing was always in my hands more than any other prop. So yeah, I think that'd be a good one. Yeah, but they're gonna have to call me because I have them all. All right, let's go all the way over there. Yes. No, just yell it. I can repeat it.
I'm really excited to ask this question because I pretty much asked everybody, but have you seen Shogun and Robbery? About the same time you've been there, have you heard of it? Have you watched it? What's your favorite scene?
Is this a show about hockey? No, I haven't seen it. Not a big hockey fan. There's not a lot of hockey, so it's false representation.
Very little.
No, I have not seen that show. I have just recently heard of the show. And then I was like, oh, show about hockey. And then someone was like, no. I was like, oh, what's it about? And upon the description of what it was about, I was like, I don't know they're not the target audience for that. So, no, I'll stick with Man. Yeah. But that was a leading question of me. I didn't know that. Let's go. All right. All the way over here. Yeah. She's like, oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh. I just raised my hand, see, but I didn't. Oh no.
Sorry, it's my first one. It's my first time.
Oh, well, welcome.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Savannah.
Savannah. Hi, Savannah. What's up?
So I was wondering, what is your favorite version of Dean to play? Like,
Favorite version of Dean?
yes. So like Dean and D, the one with the cowboy hat.
I'm gonna go Purgatory Dean. The only thing I didn't like about Purgatory Dean was Sam wasn't there. And I don't mean that. Oh, he's so sweet. He's his brother. Because I think Purgatory Sam and Dean would have been, a really cool kind of, even though we went to many different worlds and did crazy stuff, that world specifically felt like the most raw. And I just loved the way that they filmed it. I loved the unknown aspect of that universe. And I thought the brothers could have really mixed it up well there. But yeah, that one. Thank you. Right here.
The schedule is officially pushed 30 minutes out, so you're good. So it's not going to be until 12:05.
Hi. Who's an actor who you hadn't previously worked with, whose work and career you really are inspired by and respect?
Oh, tons. I admire a vast array of actors and actresses in the industry. I mean, I think of careers that I'm just like, yeah, you did it. You just did it, nailed it. Maybe not every movie you made, but you certainly are batting well over 500. And guys like Matt Damon. I think Todd Hardy is somebody that is. I'm talking like kind of contemporaries. I think he's somebody that, although I don't know that I don't know a lot of want to work with Hardy because I hear he can be pretty challenging. Not in a bad way, but just he's got his thing. There are Leo. I think has done incredible work and continues to do. I think even better work now as he's gotten older. Yeah, so there's a lot of. I mean, you look at guys like Clooney, and you look at guys like Pitt who are just still so relevant, and still, no matter what they do, it's like people turn out, people watch, and I think there's something to be said about that. So yeah, there's a lot of people that I admire. Those are just a few that come to mind. Yes, sir, with a very handsome beard.
Having seen Clip recently, what I'd like to know is, does he keep you in shape or do you keep him in shape?
He's right there.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. Well, you haven't seen him like a lot recently.
No. He looks excellent.
He does look excellent.
Yeah. Does he keep you in shape or do you keep him in shape?
I think it's more, does he keep me in check? And I'd say in that regard, it's both ways. When you've known someone as long as I've known Cliffy and worked together, I mean, there was for well over a decade. I probably spent more time, in the car or even just in his presence than most other people in my life, and so yeah, there's definitely a shorthand there, and he trained me for a little while, but you gotta remember he was lifting a lot more weight than I was at my age when he was my age, and so his view on how to get things done, I'm like, that hurts, and he's like, it's supposed to hurt. But I definitely learned a lot of things, both as far as training goes from him, and just also life lessons. He's a brother for life, but he finally started taking care of himself. It's been a couple of years. He's been in some pain, and he finally fixed that, and he's doing good. I'm proud of him. So thanks. All right, let's go. Let's go way in the back. I see some fingers pointing. All right, let's do that one. Yeah, a whole team of people cheering on there. This better be good.
What is your thought on 6-7?
Go ahead.
What are my thoughts on this bullshit?
Yeah.
You have to understand that I've got kids that are just prime ages for all that nonsense. And it's, I've seen it transfer from my oldest daughter to now my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter, it was a thing for a minute, and then she was like, whatever, I'm over that. But now my youngest daughter, she's kind of taking up the reins on that thing. And I mean, we'll be watching the football game and it's be like, offsides defense, number 6-7. And she's like, Dad, did you hear that? I'm like, shh. So my thoughts are, as long as it doesn't mean anything harmful or offensive, and it's just some fun, have at it, kiddos.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right there. Glasses. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask, what was your favorite episode to film the whole Supernatural?
Ooh. Favorite? I would say the ones that were really unique. Because we did a lot of episodes. I don't know if you know that. There's a lot of episodes, and a lot of them felt very similar to each other because it's, that's just the show. But the ones that we kind of really went outside the box, the French Mistake was one. But I think one of my all-time favorites, both the experience of filming it and then also how it turned out, was the episode Baby. Good question. All right, let's go over here. That's you. Yep, blonde hair. All right, we'll pass it a mic down.
Hello, it's my first convention, so you probably asked this before.
All right, I'll do my best to give a different answer.
How did Eye of the Tiger come about?
How did it come about? That's funny. I was just with Phil Sigrisha the other day, who was the director during that episode, and we were talking about this. Just the real quick story was, I'm sitting there laying down in the Impala. They cued the music, and it was literally just supposed to be the fist bumps, or the fist bumps, the dun, 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 dun. And then Jared comes in, bangs on the top of the car. He's like, "Hey," and he's bringing donuts or whatever. And I pop up and I'm like, "Hey," I turn the music off, and then we have a scene. That was it. We rehearsed it that way. We did one take that way. We did another take that way. And then the third take, Jared just goes, "I'm going to see what he does here." And he doesn't come in. And so the music, he missed his cue, and I was like, "Well, I guess I'll just keep going." And I was like, "Rising up," and I got up, and I kind of looked around, and he wasn't there, and I was like, "All right, well, I grew up in sports. I was always taught to go till you hear the whistle, so I didn't hear cut." And there was an impromptu music video. That's how that happened. Yeah, thank you. Okay, right here, plaid shirt. You could just say it out loud. I'll repeat it.
I know we didn't get the ending that you wanted or everybody wanted. If you could rewrite the ending, how would you rewrite it?
She said I didn't get the ending that I wanted, or maybe that everybody wanted, and I don't know that that's true. I think, kind of the story is that I didn't embrace that ending at first because I was a little like, you have to understand that playing a character for 15 seasons, I don't want to see him go.
No.
That was a big part of my life, like playing that guy. I don't want to see him die. So that was my initial kind of response was, I don't know if I like this. Kenita? And so it took me a minute to kind of really step back and step out of myself and my feelings for the character and look at it from a bigger perspective. And in doing that, I found that it was really, look, there was never going to be a perfect ending that pleased everybody.
No.
There just wasn't, somebody was going to complain about whatever we did. I feel like this gave us a real heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, dramatic moment to really kind of tie up the series. And for that, from a storytelling perspective, I felt like it was a really good choice. Again, was it the best choice? I don't know that there was a best choice, but I thought this was really solid. And I was really proud of it when we did it. I felt really good about how that whole thing turned out. I knew it was going to get, people were going to be upset, but the whole point of doing what we do is to make people feel things.
Yeah.
That's just good storytelling. And if it made you angry, if it made you sad, if it made you happy, I want to see you outside. And I think that was a way of really making the audience feel something. you know, if you look at the show, you step back and look at the show, there were a lot of like really beloved characters that we killed.
Yeah.
And because doing that makes good TV, it makes the audience feel something. You know, it's heartbreaking, it's sad. It's like, no, I can't believe it killed this character off. It's like, yeah. But what you feel right now is what the writers are like, oh, this will get them. Because if everything's just, you know, hunky dory for the whole run of the season, that's boring. But if you're like, I can't believe they killed this person, or I can't believe this show is not about hockey. It challenges the audience, and that's just good. That's good drama. So, thank you. All right, let's go far back with the what shirt you got on, the salty shirt. Is that what that is? Yeah, you. Okay.
What catchphrase were you most surprised about that took on a life of its own?
What catchphrase? Probably son of a bitch. Largely because those weren't scripted. But they started to become scripted. But that's just good writers paying attention to what works. A lot of the early Sons of Bitches was not. That was just. I was like, can we say that? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, game on. So there were some advent Son of a Bitches early on, and then that kind of became, you know, Dean's go-to expletive, which I'm sure there were many other expletives that Dean used in a non-broadcast TV scenario, but because of a thing called standards and practices, that was about as far as the envelope was going to get pushed. So that's where I lived. What's that?
And that's why Soldier.
That's why Soldier Boy was created? Yeah. I think Soldier Boy would make Dean blush. I know it makes me blush. Oh, and some of the stuff in season 5. I mean, just reading it, I'm like, no. That's gonna be a meme. Can't hide from that one. I'm thinking about someone. Yes, 15 years of being on a broadcast show. Apparently, I had a very large reserve tank of things I had building up. And Creedy recognized that, and he's like, I have just the place for you now. I'm like, I'm not. Oh, maybe, no. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I think there was a lot of good catchphrases in Supernatural, but if I had to choose, I think Son of a Bitch is probably that one worth putting. Like, what? I don't know. So dumb. But it worked. All right, let's go. All right, let's go right here in front. Sorry to make you run, but come on. Get your steps in. Get your steps in.
So Mark and Amber and Countdown had extremely great chemistry together.
Yeah.
Especially that last episode where you're pretty much doing your piece.
Yeah.
If there was more of Countdown, how would you want to see? Do you want them to get together or keep the tension up?
Derek and I talked a little bit about what what season 2 could look like. And we didn't really get into specifics or anything like that. He had a kind of a broad stroke idea of where we were going, but, we talked a little bit about, I was looking forward to seeing, she goes running. Does the guy make the shot or does he go hunting? And I was looking forward to finding out her getting some, some word to Meechum that this is the situation, and Meechum just going absolutely like bananas, like, and then I think it would have been cool to see maybe that situation bring them together in a, tragic moment, and then that happens, and then they're like, ooh, maybe that wasn't the right moment for that to happen, and then it gets complicated again, and so that's probably where it would have gone. But we'll never know. I know. I know. That's the tough part. All right, I think we got time for one more. Yes, right there. Gray jacket. No, gray jacket. Yes. Is it gray?
It's great.
Green?
What's the most ridiculous rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
Those ridiculous rumors? Oh, well, just this past week, I got a text message from my publicist, and she's like, "Are you in jail?" Not a word of a lie. And I was like, "What?" And then she sent me I got what do you call it? A screenshot of the page 6 New York Times reporter asking, we have it under good authority that Jensen Ackles is in prison right now. Has been arrested. And then my agent, a day later, calls me up. He's like, "Hey, TMZ just contacted me, asking if you have been arrested and are in jail right now." And I'm like, kind of. He's like, "What?" I was like, "Well, I'm standing in a foot of snow and it's in minus 15 degrees outside. But I am with a camera crew and a film crew, and we're rehearsing things." And he's like, "Okay, so you're not in jail?" I'm like, "No, I'm not in jail."
What were you in jail for?
I asked that. I was like, "What have I been arrested for? Is it cool?" So that was literally just last week. Yeah. There have been many dumb rumors, along the way. But, yeah, that's the most recent one. I'm in jail. Maybe I'm in jail. This is just AI. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here. And send love to Jared. He's laid up. Okay.